In a quiet morning glow, when the house was still and the world seemed to hold its breath, a newborn lay peacefully on a soft blanket, tiny, fragile, and innocent. Her breaths were small whispers of life, her fingers curled like petals, and just beside her, watching every move, sat the family's cat, silent, unmoving, eyes fixed. No one paid much attention at first. After all, the cat had always been gentle, loving, even playful. But that day, something felt different. It wasn't curiosity in her eyes. It was something deeper, something no one could quite explain. The parents, busy with their morning chores, left the baby on the bed for just a moment. A camera sat quietly on the dresser, recording without purpose, or so they thought. Minutes later, what that camera captured would leave everyone speechless. It wasn't anger. It wasn't jealousy. It was a moment that defied everything people believed about animals. Because when danger crept closer than anyone realized, the cat did something so unexpected. It changed how the family saw her forever. This is that story. The story of a cat whose heart spoke louder than words, and a moment that would have been lost, if not for the lens of a camera. The sunlight streamed softly through the curtains. A new life had just begun. A baby, only days old. Her skin glowed like warm honey under the morning light. She lay on a floral blanket, breathing in quiet rhythm. Beside her sat the family cat, a golden ball of fur. Her eyes, deep and amber, watched with silent devotion. No one knew what she was thinking. Maybe she was curious, maybe protective. The room was filled with the scent of milk and warmth. The mother smiled, watching from the doorway. It felt like a painting, peace frozen in time. But peace has a strange way of hiding stories behind it. The cat moved closer, her paws silent on the sheets. Her gaze never left the baby's tiny chest. The soft rise and fall, life in its purest form. A whisper of air, a flick of a tail. The baby stirred, eyes fluttering open. And for the first time, their worlds met. Fur brushed against soft skin. A bond sparked. Invisible, yet real. The mother chuckled, unaware of destiny unfolding. She left for a moment to warm the baby's milk. And in that small moment of absence, fate decided to move. The camera blinked red, quietly recording it all. And what it caught would soon break hearts around the world. At first, everything seemed normal. The cat sniffed the baby's blanket gently. Then she circled the little one 3 times. Her tail puffed slightly, a sign of alertness. Her ears twitched, catching every sound. She wasn't just curious, she was guarding. But guarding from what? No one knew. She looked toward the half-open window. Outside, a faint rustle of wind. Then, a shadow passed across the curtain. Something shifted in her, a mother's instinct, maybe. Her gaze hardened, her body grew tense. The baby let out a soft whimper. And the cat stepped closer, chest rising. She stood above the baby, watching every breath. Her paw gently rested near the baby's side. It wasn't play, it was protection. Downstairs, the mother hummed, unaware. A faint buzzing noise echoed from the window side. A wasp, large and angry, had entered. Its wings shimmered under the sunlight. It hovered near the baby's blanket, unnoticed. But not by the cat. And in that instant, everything changed. The cat's eyes locked onto the flying intruder. Her tail stiffened, a silent warning. The baby smiled, unaware of danger hovering above. The wasp dived closer, its wings cutting the air. The cat moved, swift, precise, fearless. A blur of golden fur and instinct. She leaped across the baby's chest without a sound. Her paw struck midair, once, twice. The wasp hit the sheet and buzzed angrily. But she didn't stop. Another strike, silent lightning in daylight. The insect fell, lifeless. Her claws retracted. She sniffed the air again. The baby stirred, but didn't cry. The cat stepped back, watching carefully. She checked the sheets as if counting breaths. Then she sat, tall, proud, calm. A guardian's posture, silent and noble. The camera caught everything, every second of bravery. No human eye witnessed it. Only the lens did. When the mother returned, she found peace as before. But in the cat's eyes, something had shifted. A storm had passed, and she alone had fought it. The baby slept, safe, untouched, unaware. And the hero quietly licked her paw. Hours later, the father reviewed the footage. He had set up the camera just for memories, to capture cute moments, not miracles. As the video played, his smile slowly faded. His eyes widened. His breath caught. He watched the wasp hover near his daughter's face. He saw the cat leap, fearless and fast. Every frame was a heartbeat. He paused, stunned, unable to blink. His hands trembled as he called his wife. She rushed over, confused, until she saw it too. Tears welled in her eyes. They turned to look at the cat, sleeping quietly nearby. She looked up, as if knowing. No male, no pride, just quiet dignity. The father knelt and whispered, "You saved her." The cat blinked slowly, her way of saying, "I know." That night, the family held both their children close. One human, one feline, both bound by love. They posted the video online just to share gratitude. And within hours, millions were moved to tears. The world had seen many stories, but none like this. A story of instinct, love, and silent heroism. A story only a camera could prove true. From that day forward, they were inseparable. The cat slept beside the baby every night. Whenever she cried, the cat was first to come. A soft paw, a gentle purr, comfort beyond words. As months passed, the baby grew stronger. She reached for the cat's fur with tiny fingers, and instead of fear, the cat purred louder. They played, they napped, they lived as sisters. Visitors would smile, saying, "She's her guardian." And they were right, because every picture told the same story: protection and love. The cat never left her side, not even for a second. If the baby laughed, she watched with pride. If the baby fell, she rushed with worry. She wasn't just a pet anymore. She was family. Her name became a symbol of loyalty. The parents often said, "We don't own her. She owns our hearts." Years later, that little girl would grow up hearing the story. The story of the cat who saved her before she could even crawl. And every time she looked at her childhood photos, she'd see those amber eyes, calm, wise, forever loving. Because sometimes heroes don't wear capes. Sometimes they have paws. It was a stormy night, months after that incident. Rain battered the windows with furious rhythm. Thunder rolled across the sky like distant roars. The baby, now older, stirred in her crib. Lightning flashed. Shadows danced on the walls. And through it all, the cat sat silently nearby. Her fur was slightly damp, but her eyes, alert as ever. She watched the crib with the same quiet devotion. Each clap of thunder made the baby flinch. The cat leaped gracefully into the crib's edge. Her body curled close, wrapping warmth around fear. The baby's cries softened into whimpers. A tiny hand reached out, touching soft fur. The cat purred deeply, a sound like a lullaby. Outside, the world was chaos. Inside, peace. The mother peeked in and saw the sight. Tears filled her eyes once again. There was no fear left, only faith. Faith in a bond she couldn't explain. Faith in love that needed no words. The storm raged all night, but they slept in calm. The camera caught it again, a miracle in motion. Not an act of chance, but of connection. Because love, once awakened, never sleeps. And that night, it purred softly in the dark. Time moved like gentle wind through the home. The baby was learning to walk, wobbling, smiling. Every fall brought laughter and tiny cries. And every time she stumbled, a golden shadow followed. The cat would run ahead, circle back, and wait. Like a teacher watching her student learn balance. The family laughed as they filmed it. "Look, she's cheering her on," the father said. The cat mewed softly, her tail flicking with pride. When the baby finally took her first full step, the cat brushed against her leg, purring loudly. The mother clapped, tears of joy in her eyes. But what she didn't see was the cat's slow blink, a sign of love, trust, and farewell. The cat had done her duty, guided her safely so far. Every milestone, she had been there. Every cry, she had answered. Now the child was finding her strength. And the cat, she simply watched, proud. Because even silent guardians know when to step back. Their love doesn't fade, it simply transforms. In that moment, the baby's laughter filled the room. And for a heartbeat, the cat looked up and smiled. The beginning of one life had always been guarded by another. And that balance, that beauty, was beyond words. The years passed gently, as all beautiful things do. The little girl grew, her laughter echoing through the home. The cat, older now, moved slower but loved the same. Her fur turned lighter, her eyes softer. She still slept beside the girl every night. But one morning, she didn't come to breakfast. The family searched, heartbeats loud with fear. They found her lying peacefully near the window, the same spot where sunlight always kissed her fur. No pain, no struggle, just peace. The mother fell to her knees, holding her close. The father turned away, wiping tears. And the girl, still small, whispered, "She's sleeping." But her mother knew. The guardian had finished her journey. The house felt colder that day. Every corner whispered memories of her. The crib, the camera, the little blanket, all reminders. They buried her under the oak tree outside. Flowers surrounded her resting place, and the girl placed her favorite ribbon there. "Thank you for watching me," she said softly. The wind blew, gentle, kind, as if answering. Sometimes angels don't fly. They walk on four paws. And when their work is done, they go quietly, leaving paw prints that never fade. Years later, the girl was no longer a baby. She had grown into a kind-hearted young woman. Her room was filled with pictures, moments frozen in time. One photo stood above the rest. Her as a baby, the cat beside her. That image had gone viral years ago. Millions had watched the story of their bond. It had touched hearts in every corner of the world. But to her, it wasn't fame, it was love. She often sat by the oak tree, reading aloud. She said it made her feel close again. Every meow in the distance reminded her of that golden guardian. She began volunteering at animal shelters, rescuing kittens, comforting scared strays. She said, they all deserve someone who believes in them. Her parents watched, proud and teary. The circle of kindness had continued, because one act of love had started it all. The girl often told her story to others, about the cat who saved her before she could even speak, and how that moment changed her forever. Sometimes she'd smile and whisper, "She's still with me." And maybe, in some quiet way, she truly was. In every purr she heard, in every heart she touched. Her guardian had never really left. Love simply found new paws to live through. Sometimes, the smallest creatures hold the biggest hearts. A baby and a cat, two souls meant to meet. Their bond wasn't built by words, but by instinct. By love so pure, it needed no explanation. We often underestimate the hearts of animals. But they see what we cannot. They feel what we ignore. That cat didn't act from training. It acted from love. from a silent promise to protect what's innocent. And though she's gone, her story lives forever. In every viewer who wipes a tear watching that clip, in every parent who sees their pet with new eyes, in every heart that still believes in quiet miracles. Because love doesn't need a voice to be real. It just needs a moment, one brave, gentle moment. The baby she saved grew into kindness itself, and the cat who saved her became a legend of love. So the next time you see an animal watch you quietly, know that maybe, just maybe, they see your soul. They guard you in ways you may never understand. Because true guardians don't need wings. They just need a heartbeat. And sometimes, 4 paws are enough. Sometimes, heroes don't wear uniforms. They wear fur. Love doesn't always speak. Sometimes, it simply watches. That cat didn't save a child for praise or reward. She did it because love has no species, only feeling. Animals carry hearts deeper than words can describe. They sense innocence. They guard purity. They protect life. The bond between a baby and a cat became a silent miracle, one that reminded the world what compassion truly means. Even the smallest act of care can change an entire future. Even the quietest soul can perform the loudest miracle. The cat may have left this world, but her love never did. It lived on in the heart she once protected. It taught the girl kindness, courage, and empathy. It taught the world that love needs no translation. When hearts connect, language disappears. When love is pure, it becomes eternal. So cherish those who guard you in silence. Because sometimes angels have whiskers instead of wings. And the greatest form of love is simply to protect. That's the kind of love that never dies.